back. She's back.
He's here. He's in my arms.
Finally. Let's not do that again.
Well, we probably will, but it was a good experience. And
her flight was only delayed an hour due to the... What's the matter?
He has chocolate on his lips. I brought him chocolate.
She's been feeding me chocolate.
72%, no soy. Just a small amount.
It was snowing in Salt Lake today, so they were a little slow leaving. They had to de-ice and wait for that.
We were an hour and 15 minutes late in taking off. And an hour late getting here.
That was pretty good. Made up 15 minutes.
And I was wearing all kinds of coats there, and it was 58 degrees when I got off the plane here.
But it's coming our way. But it's coming our way.
Anyway,
it's not getting that bad.
No, it's not. We're getting rain. So.
But we're back together. We're excited about that.
So there's something that happened to my kitchen while I was gone.
They all know about it.
I know. I knew about it too. But it's still there.
In my optimism, I thought I could get it all put back together, but I need to take it apart even more as it turns out.
I found a few things. I'm like, yeah, if this is going to be this bad, then we're going to do this.
Well, there were a few things we hadn't talked about, so I'd been reluctant in tearing it apart more. And one, for instance, of something that we'd actually thought about, decided against, and then tonight when I was buying some pieces on the way home, when I was buying some pieces and parts I needed to finish up some of the changes that I'm making to the gas line actually, we were looking, saying, you know, we're going to have to get a new refrigerator eventually. All the refrigerators have ice makers and then the little water stuff. So we had said we're not going to plumb for it. I'd ask her that question specifically.
I said, no, we don't need one with water.
I'm ready to button it up, right? And she's looking, saying, you know what? We should at least be ready just in case.
Well, because they don't make any nice refrigerators that don't have your water thing. And I'm like, we like water.
Yeah.
And we'll
so how many times have we gotten in a hurry before, done something, and then
but we didn't.
Couldn't redo it, or had to tear things up.
I got my boots on
extremely to be able to do it. So this time I've got the pieces and parts to plumb in the line so we can have water to the refrigerator for ice making and whatever else it needs to do. Right. So we'll be ready for that. But that was just one example, but there are multiples like that. The additional things that we need to do to actually make it right. And
we want to make it right. We don't want to just cover up anything. I mean, I'm like, oh, look at that wall. That's got mold on it too. What do we need to do there? Oh, look at that.
Well, in the past when we've done things, we knew that it was a temporary home for us. We'd be there a few years maybe. And so, yeah, let's do it right, but not totally like we're going to be here the rest of our life, right? This time, that's how we're doing it. And so it means we're taking things apart a little bit more.
So what are we doing for the Christmas holidays? Making a kitchen!
Hopefully we're giving ourselves a kitchen for Christmas. Well, the starting of a kitchen. We're not getting this finished. We're not doing new stoves and new refrigerators by Christmas. That would be nice.
So I just want to share, we shared something in our newsletter this last week, and we have just a small fraction of people that subscribe to our newsletters as opposed to the people who watch us on our videos. So if you'd like to get a newsletter, go to heartinessapproach.com and get on our newsletter thing. But
list
thing. He doesn't like me to use the word thing, and thing just comes out all the time. So
thing can be about anything,
I know,
right?
anything. So when we were first married 45 years ago for Christmas, we weren't married at Christmas. No.
But our first Christmas after we were married.
After we were married, we're poor.
And I was enlisted in the Air Force. I was at tech school.
In Biloxi, Mississippi.
Now, those of you who have been in the military know that military junior enlisted folks aren't really well paid at all.
So we were having Christmas for our first time, and we got a tree that was about 3 feet tall, if that. And made aluminum foil stars.
We didn't have a lot of room.
Wait, I know, we lived in a travel trailer. Is that your phone going dingle dingle ding?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had this little tree that we made aluminum foil stars on. We cut them out with cardboard and covered them with aluminum foil.
Remember, first Christmas, we didn't have this wealth of Christmas decorations that we'd accumulated over the years.
And I think we put one little string of lights on it.
Yeah.
And they were.
It was the beginning of our accumulation.
It was the best Christmas. We each had $10 to spend on each other.
Which, that was a stretch for us to put that together.
It was. And we got a lot of stuff. He actually bought me the 64 pack of crayons. I know, seems silly? No, it was so special. So special. He bought me a crystal butter dish. Those are the two things I do remember, but there were several other things.
I'm going to have to say, I'm sorry, I don't remember.
You got a saw. The big saw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah.
I don't know what else we got, but we got several things each for this $10.
Now, those of you who lived through the early 70s know how far $10 could go then. It would go a lot further then than $10 would go now.
So, we're not poor right now, but we certainly want to have a simpler life. And especially...
So are we wealthy?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're wealthy with
food.
Food.
Yeah, which is cool.
Okay, but we want to make sure...
And wealthy with friends.
Yes. We want to make sure that we are putting Christ in the center of our Christmas by serving other people, by helping other people.
Which, by the way, we just came back from the food bank.
Yes,
we were helping them stock their shelves. They have their food distribution tomorrow.
And so we want to be able to just have a simpler Christmas. And so I was thinking back on this, and I said, let's spend $10 again. But of course, $10 isn't $10. So I went to the internet and I said, what is $10 in 1973 with inflation today? And it did all the calculations and showed the amounts. $58.64 today. So this year we're taking $58.64 each, and that's what we're spending on each other. I just feel so much better about that. Don't you?
Yeah.
It's a challenge. But it's a sweet challenge.
So I'm trying to do the math for that. So
it comes out to...
No, what I'm saying is, I remember what I got paid at that time and what I'd be getting paid now. That's pretty amazing.
I didn't say our pay equals what that inflation is. It might, though. It does, with everything that we're doing, probably. Well, I don't know. We were poor. We were so poor.
but I mean, even at today's standards, that's not like you're not going to live lavishly on that amount of money. But it's a lot.
So tomorrow, or today, whenever you're watching this, which is the 13th. So if you want to do the 12 days of Christmas for someone,
today's the day to start.
It would be the day to start.
There you go.
Because then you're finishing on Christmas Eve.
If you've procrastinated your planning this long, it's time to stop procrastinating and get on the stick.
So you can do what the people around here call ding dong ditch, and we did it with our kids all the time when they were little. And we'd load our 4 boys into the car, and we'd go and take plates of goodies, and they'd get out and they'd go and ring somebody's doorbell, and they'd run as fast as they could.
They had a blast.
It was like jumping into the car with their heads going boing, 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 boing. All 4 of them jumping in there. They did get hurt a few times. And then they'd start laughing. Too much enthusiasm.
Where did they get that enthusiasm?
I don't know. Who's enthusiastic here? So we want to do some of this, and I'm like, everybody we know that we would do it to lives in the country with long driveways.
You ain't gonna dig dong ditch.
I'm not gonna go ding dong ditch.
Not to mention their dogs are gonna let them know you're there, and they may come out with a gun.
So we have this really fun family that we're gonna do some stuff for, and we haven't figured out. We have a couple families we're gonna do things for. And we haven't figured out everything we're doing, but I know one, they told me, the little girls told me that they didn't have any pictures of Jesus for their wall, and so I got some pictures for them while I was in Salt Lake. And we just hope that you just make the next 12 days the best 12 days, and just have the Spirit of Christ and put Christmas what it's really supposed to be. Don't worry that you can't buy for everybody. We can't. We can't.
How are your grandbabies?
My grandbabies are wonderful. They're so great. They're so great. I had a really good time was a 10,000 time better experience than the last one that I had. And it was really good.
Only 10,000.
But I'm super, super, super happy to be home. So, we love you, and we're going to be back to making videos now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you know what? You have 4 days left to get the
12
weeks to Heartiness at the price of $59.
A lot of people are jumping on board to do that. It's the exciting time to share.
We're so excited to start doing a webinar, maybe hopefully next week, where we can meet up with people and do a question and answer with everyone.
Yeah, I think we ought to be ready to announce that by Friday.
Okay, by Friday. Thanks everyone, it's nice to be home.
Bye.
Bye.